Hi, Chris Heaney with Guaranteed Rate Mortgage. I'm here at Century 21 in Century 21 Metro West in Westboro, Mass. And what we're doing today is offering our services that we offer to our referral partners to help them grow their business. One of them, which is very popular, is the Facebook business page setup and tips and that sort of thing. So what I'm happy to do is introduce you to my marketing coordinator, Sarah LeCaire. And Sarah will walk you through how to set up a Facebook page and effectively use it and grow your business, which is the most important part.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
Hi, everyone. So we're going to get started. As Chris mentioned, I am Sarah LeCaire. I'm the marketing coordinator for Chris Heaney with Guaranteed Rate. And this is the Facebook business page creation presentation that we put together just to kind of walk through the steps for those of you who have not created a business page and don't have any familiarity with it, or for people who have created a Facebook business page but haven't really done anything, or you need to do updates or edit information, that sort of thing. So this will be helpful for you if there are some steps that you have already done that you want to walk through and fast forward through to get to the parts that are more relevant to you. You can do that. So I'm going to get started. So creating a business page, the first step is going to be to navigate to your news feed, which is home. And you can see that right in the middle right here between that's my name. It's my personal Facebook that some of these snippets are from. And this home button is going to be where you're going to want to navigate to. It's just a good place to start. And you're going to want to go to create, which is up here on the right of this bar. And from there, you're going to want to select page, and that's going to jumpstart you to creating your business page. So you just see the prompts here of how to walk through those steps. So from here, you're going to want to choose your page type. In this case, because you're offering a service or a product, you're going to want to create a business or brand. Community or public figures, obviously, for politicians, celebrities, that sort of thing. So that's not really something that you need to go to. So you can go ahead and select business or brand to get started. And from here, it's a good idea coming into this presentation to have a page name in mind. I always say the best way to create your page name is you want to create consistency with the brand that you already have. For most people, they have some sort of branding that goes with their real estate service that they're offering. So it's a good way to keep that consistent. So whatever is going to work best for you and represent you the best is a great way to start there. So choose whatever business name you want to put on there, and then add your category, which would be real estate agent, real estate service. There'll be a drop down. As soon as you go into there to create that page, there'll be a drop down for you to choose what you want your category to be. From here, you put in some basic information, which is your address, and that is going to be shown on your business page. So make sure you don't click off, don't show my address. You want to keep that unchecked because we want your address to show up in there so people know how to contact you. So the next step is going to be adding a picture and a cover photo to your page. So the best way to do this is if you have professional headshots that have been taken, this is exactly where you want to use them, is in your profile picture for your business page. It's just a polished way to get people familiar with you. If you haven't done headshots, it is a good thing to have on your Facebook because it looks very professional and presentable. So I do recommend to people who haven't done that yet that is a good way to start. You also want to add a cover photo that best represents you and your company, which can contain your logo or other pictures that you have had taken in the past that represent your company. You do want to make sure that you adhere to copyright infringement laws. You don't want to use pictures that you don't have the rights to. It can just get messy if somebody says something or sees that you're using their photo or a photo of someone they know, or that it's not yours. So you just want to be careful of that. It's not something that you want to get involved with. So just make sure that you are able to use the pictures that you're putting on there. So the next step here is that you want to navigate to your About section. So once you create that page, this is the screen that's going to pop up for you. This is what you're going to see. I've created just a generic page called John Smith Realtor, just to keep it very generic, make it easy to walk through, and you can input all the information with your own information there. But if you navigate to the About section from here, and for some of you, you might have a section down here that says See More that you need to click on. For some people, this About section doesn't just pop up. So if you have something that says See More in blue and it has like a small down arrow, you're going to want to click on that and just follow that to the About section. So from here, you're going to want to provide your contact and business info. So as you can see here, your location is going to show up on a map, which just makes it easier for people to find you, to get a hold of you. A lot of people, when they're looking to go somewhere for a product, service, restaurant, store, anything like that, a lot of people go to Facebook first to look at reviews, information, store hours, that sort of thing. So it's a great resource for you to make sure that your information is in there correctly. You also want to create a unique username, which you can see here, create page username. That just makes it easier for people to find you, to tag you in posts, which is a great thing. It gives you more visibility. So choose something really simple and easy. It's all one word. It's like a username on Instagram. It's all one word, all lowercase. So choose something that's going to work for you. If it pops up as being not available, that means somebody already has that username in use. So you might have to add an adjustment to it, like a number or something additional at the end to make it unique. It'll be only yours. There are some times where you can have the same page name but a different username, so just make sure that that is totally unique to you. And you can also see here too that there is our story, which is where you can just tell people a little bit more about your business, things that are a little bit more personal to you. So when you're working within the umbrella of a real estate company, it's kind of good to put in something about your company and then also something about yourself under that. It's a great place to tell a little bit about yourself. And this is something you can also add a photo to as well, in addition to your profile picture and your cover photo. This is just something further that you can add there to represent yourself even further. And that's going to live on the upper right-hand page of your business page. So it's going to be right there at the top when people navigate to your page. So this is pretty simple. This is just walking you through the steps of providing contact and business info. So you just want to click through the sections that you see and fill them out appropriately. This is really simple to walk through. If you have availability that you want to put in there, this is a good time to do that. So if you want to be open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, that's a great thing to put in there. Or if you want to be always available to people, you can put always open in there as well. It just depends on how you want to conduct your business and when you want people to contact you. So it's a good way to start off right. So another next step as far as getting your business page up and running is to invite your friends to like your page. It kind of gives you a starting off point, and you're more likely to be shown to people as a suggestion if you have friends that you have invited to like your page. So you want to get to about 10 friends, people that you know, to kind of get yourself started. So you can navigate down the page to show people, to get to see the invites. And then you can choose any of your friends to invite, or you can invite them all. It depends on how you want to do that. So it will invite your personal friends. And that's just how you start to build your page audience. So you can choose who you want to invite and don't invite. But that's a great way to do it, as well as posting and sharing your Facebook business page to your personal page and asking your friends to like it. It's a super easy way to do that. I can walk through that a little bit later with you guys. It's kind of a good first post coming from your business to your personal page. So I would make those recommendations to kind of boost you up and get you started. And if there's people that you specifically want to invite, you can search for those people and invite them individually as well. So another great step to get people to contact you easily is by adding a button to your business page. So at the top of the page, you're going to see this add a button at the top. It's a blue box on the upper right-hand side, which is going to live kind of underneath your cover photo. You're going to want to choose the button that you think is going to benefit your business the most. I usually recommend to learn more about your business, because you can put in your website link and direct people to your website. It can be a little 50-50 depending on who your audience is, but a lot of people don't necessarily reach out to contact you via phone number or Facebook message. A lot of people want to see more about what you're about, so navigating them to your website is a good way to do that. So if you navigate from your page to settings, which is going to be in the upper right-hand corner right here, this is something you can kind of go through and do at your own pace. It's just something that's good to get yourself familiar with, is the settings for your business page, especially if in the future you have people that you want to put in page roles, which means they're an administrator, so they can make posts for you and manage your page. So it's a good thing to get familiar with. So the suggestions I have is to walk through some of these general sections and just try to get yourself a little bit familiar with what these look like, what they're for. So just spend a little time there getting yourself familiar, so that as you're going through, if you discover issues or anything like that, you kind of know where those issues are gonna be rectified, as well as setting other people up or changing settings, anything like that. This is where you're gonna do all of that. Okay, so from here, once you have your business page set up, you want to know about posting content and best practices. I always tell people in any business that personalized posts are your best posts. People like to see you being relatable and personable, funny. Humor goes a long way. I definitely recommend that who you are as a person is great to put out there on your social media. And when you tie that into your business, that's what makes really good content. So follow the 80-20 rule with posting on your business page. So you want it to be, 80% of, kind of you, who you are as a business, as a person, just kind of tying all that together. And then 20% if there's things that you want to share about your business that are very professional and not as relatable, but it's information that you want to get out there. You just don't want to be too pushy with your business. So it's just striking that good balance so that you're still relatable, people think you're personable, but you're also getting information out for your business as well. Best times to share content. It's a little different for everybody. So as you get to know your Facebook page, you can look at the analytics and you'll be able to see your own personal audience when people are on your page, when they're looking at your content, and you can kind of shift and gear your posting based on your own personal audience. But as overall, the majority of people are on Facebook and looking at content Wednesdays between 11 and 1 p.m. That's a really good time to post. You get a lot of engagement during those times. Could be that people are kind of checking out of work at that time. It's Wednesday. They've caught up on stuff from the beginning of the week. So that they perform really well at that time, as well as weekdays 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Is just a good time to get in front of people. There are some analytics that say as well that Sunday nights can be a good time to post. So like I said, it's kind of just playing around and seeing what's going to work best for you and your audience. The best way to utilize your time on social media so you don't kind of get sucked into it and spend more time on it than you want to is time blocking. So if you take out time from your week and figure out what you want to post. Say you want to post Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night, then you know that you want to post at those times. So it's good to generate content before then. So instead of Sunday night at 7 p.m., you're trying to find content and figure out what you're going to post. You already have an idea of what you want to do before you even get to that point. So it's a good idea to figure out your content ahead of time so you're never falling behind or skipping posts because you don't know when to post and you're out of content. You also want to engage with others. So commenting and sharing is really considered engaging with others. And it's just a great way to show other businesses that you're active on social media, you know what's going on, you're interested in what they're doing. You want to share their successes or new things they have going on, that sort of thing. But just be aware as well that privacy settings do differ. So there may be some things that you can't share based on the other person's privacy settings. So you can see here, this was a post that was posted publicly on a business page. I shared it to my own personal page, and not everybody can see that because I have my settings for just friends. So just be aware as you're going through and trying to share things that it'll differ based on how they have their own privacy settings set up. So as far as sharing etiquette goes, it's usually best to share from your business to your personal page, not usually the other way around. Just because you don't want to, necessarily have that crossover. And it's good for your personal people to sometimes see things about your business, just not all the time. So just choose sparingly what you want to actually share to your personal people. You don't want them to get sick of you, not that there's anything wrong with sharing your business and being proactive, but you just want to make sure you have that balance so people don't feel overwhelmed with business content on their personal pages. So if you are sharing from your personal to your business, just be sure to adjust the privacy of that post and select yourself from the drop-down menu as posting as. So you're posting as yourself to a business page. But as I said, the best way to do it is to share from your business to your personal. And you'll see where the share button is here at the bottom. I'm also going to walk through a live demonstration of that so you can see what that looks like. So here we're going to talk about sharing a post from another business or user. So like I said before, it depends on the privacy. There may be some things you can't share, especially if it's from your newsfeed and it's a personal friend, not another business page. It can be difficult to share those things if it's not public. So just be aware that if you're looking through and you're trying to share the post and you don't see an option to share, that's more than likely why. But for those posts that you can share, when you find a post that you'd like to share to your business page, you click the share button. And when you have this little drop down here, click share to a page from the drop down. And for a lot of you, if you only have one business page, then it might be your only option popping up here. I do manage several people's business pages, so that's why I have so many pop up here. So go ahead and click on whatever page it is that you're sharing to, and you want to make sure that you're sharing as the business page as well, not as yourself or anyone else. And it's usually good to include the original post too. A lot of times people will share something and they'll have something really good in that original caption of what they shared. So it's good. It's just good to have that extra content there. So I would suggest include original post if that's an option for you. So to create a post, you're going to navigate back to the home page by clicking page at the upper left-hand corner of the page. And you're going to click on the small box that says write a post, which is this. So it pops up to this. It will be at the top of your page. And then when you click write a post, this pops up and it's going to walk you through your options. From here, you can select to write a post, share a picture or video, or check in at a location. So what we're going to do now is kind of walk you through what all of that's going to look like so you have a better idea. So this is Chris's page. He's one of the loan officers who excuse me, that I do marketing coordinating for. So that includes managing his Facebook page. So this is going to say write a post in here. This is popped up because I already started working on this, but you would click photo video and then upload photos or video. And it's going to take you to your files, and from there you're going to choose what you want to upload. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is how to upload photos. So we're going to do 3 photos here, and this was from an event that we had at our office called the Holiday Stroll. And what that was just a bunch of businesses all at the same time were open for business, and having people come around and learn more about their business, do activities, get stamps for having visited those businesses, and then be entered to win a prize. So we had our office kind of set up, so I'm just going to show you what that would look like. I'm showing you multiple pictures because a lot of times if you have a listing, you're going to have multiple photos of the home, which is a good thing because that interests people to want to click through and see more. So you'll see it generates a preview here of all 3 of those photos. So you just want to say something. It's always best when you're posting anything at all that you want to add a caption to it, and try to include any keywords that you would want to say about the post so that it shows up to people better. So for this one, we'll just say great event on Saturday. Love supporting other local businesses. And then I like to, with this sort of thing, if it's an event or you visited somewhere, a great way to add to your post is by checking in. So you can do a location, you can do a city, wherever you are, there's usually an option that pops up as far as your location. In this case, I'm just going to say Hopkinton because this was at our office in Hopkinton. So he would just check in there. And you can add emojis or anything else to this to increase the visibility of your post. People like to interact with things that are a little more colorful and vibrant. So I would say to add, something fun, a Christmas tree, a Santa, just to make it more interesting. People react to that better. And it's super easy from there. You just click share now. I'm not going to do that because we've already shared this and it's a past event. So we're just going to get out of here, clear this out, and then we'll walk through posting a video. Okay, so for this next part, we're going to walk through uploading a video, which is different. The way that it uploads, it looks a little different. Sometimes it can take a little bit more time depending on the length of your video. Excuse me. Video performs very well. So as much video as you can possibly do on Facebook, the better. People really enjoy being able to just watch something instead of reading a long caption or having to click through an article. Not that there's anything wrong with those posts either, but videos just do better. They outperform other types of posts consistently. So I'm just going to walk you through that because the setup of this is a little bit different. So you're going to go to photo video again, upload photos video. And in this case, I have everything that I need living right on the desktop just for the purposes of the presentation. Just know that sometimes if you're going through and you're saving something, you want to keep in mind where you're putting those things so that you're able to navigate to those easily when you're trying to make a post. So this is just a silly video that was done for Thanksgiving. It's just called Sales Center. It's a silly thing that we do in the office. So we're going to head and choose that. And you can see down here in this left-hand corner, this is the upload status. So right now that's at like 6%. If you have a smaller video, it's going to go faster because it's a smaller file. But once this is fully uploaded, you're going to see it turn green, and I will show you that when it's finished. So what you want to do for this is add a title to your video. So because this was called a sales center video, we're just gonna call it Sales Center Thanksgiving, which is what we had called it initially when we shared it. And then, you know, you want to have a caption that obviously relates to the video, but you want to make it a little interesting so people will want to click on it. So something funny like, always have a great time at our office and keep it interesting. Something like that, just something fun. People are, you know, going to be intrigued by that and want to know like what it is about our office that is, you know, fun and interesting. So they'll click through it. And my suggestion as far as video length, it can really vary on how things perform. I would say 30 seconds is a good amount of time for any sort of video that is educational in nature or promotional in nature. That's usually a good length. That's about how long people can hang on for. When it's something else, like something like this, which is like a fun video that we coordinated with the office and people in the office, 1 to 3 minutes is usually a good amount of time. If it's something that people find interesting, they're more likely to stick around for it. So just a few other things for this as well. When it comes to video on Facebook, a lot of you may know this from watching your own videos on Facebook. Most of it's mobile. People are watching on their mobile devices, as well as they're not watching with the sound on. In fact, that is a setting on Facebook where you can opt to have videos autoplay without audio. So it will have captions as long as you have generated captions within your video. So I do suggest that if you have a video of any length, it's good to generate captions so that when people are sitting there watching it, you're going to have a higher watch rate for people who are watching their videos on silent and they're sitting there, they can't read what's on the video and they're not listening with the audio on, so they're more likely to pass that by. If they can sit there and watch a 2-minute video that has captions and know what it's saying without having to click on that video and play it at work or play it in a setting that's inappropriate for them to have audio on, they're more likely to pass it by. So my suggestion is to go to subtitles and captions. Unfortunately, this browser doesn't allow the editor tool, which is okay. If you're in another browser, the best way to do it is to go here. Up here, it will say you want to pick your language, so it will say English. Or whatever language you want to put your captions in, you just search that language and you click on it. And then it will say auto-generate, which is what you're going to want to do is auto-generate those captions. It will technically read through the video and then try to create the captions as well as it hears it. So try to make sure you're articulate in your video as much as possible so that it's able to accurately translate those. You can also go in and edit your captions just to make sure that they're as accurate as possible. So once you've done that, you want to go back to your video details here just to make sure everything looks the way it's supposed to. So as far as the thumbnail for your video, sometimes you'll have options to choose your own frame from within the video. Other times it's going to just generate the thumbnail, which is when the video hasn't played and it's just sitting on the screen, it hasn't auto-played yet, that's the image that they're going to see within the video. So for the most part, that's going to auto-generate for you. So once you have this all set up where you want to be, again, you can do check-in here. You can check into a location if you're doing a video, excuse me, that you're in a place where you want to check in. That's a good place to do that. And for here, these options are going to be exactly what you want them to be. There's nothing here that you need to edit. So you would just click publish. And once you do that, it's going to take a few minutes, just depending on the size of the video, it's going to take a few minutes to upload. And you'll usually get a notification when your video is done uploading. So you know that you're good to go and it's living on your page. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So the last thing that I want to show you is going live. So going live is a great way to get in front of people and have them interact with you, for them to comment on your video, to like your video, and to share it. It also lives on your page when you're done doing the live. I suggest for real estate agents doing live videos that they do it at an open house. Just as a starting point, you can do live videos absolutely anywhere, and I'll give you a couple ideas about that. A great one to do is when you're at an open house and you want to show an amazing feature of the house. Say there's something amazing like an incredible fireplace, or they have an amazing patio outside, or they have some sort of cool finished basement like a movie theater, something like that, a home theater. It's a great way to show off an element of the house, but without giving everything away. So you can go live from the house and say, I'm at this open house from 12 to 2 today. They have this fantastic feature. You guys have to come check it out in person, and kind of tease the rest of the house so it makes them see a piece of it, and they're going to be interested in knowing what the rest of the house is going to look like. So it's good in a way where it's not just a picture teaser. You actually are interacting with people. You're live, so they're watching it as it happens, which people love live video too. And then, as I said, it lives on your page afterwards. So let's walk through what that looks like. I know it's scary going live, so as soon as you click the live button, you're not going to just be on people's Facebook pages. There is a step between hitting the live button and being live. So don't be scared by that button. You're not just going to pop up on people's news feeds. Okay, so from here is where we're going to go live. So you go ahead here, and so it's going to pop up as showing you on the camera. Don't get freaked out. You're not live yet. It's just showing you a preview of what it's going to look like. You want to make sure if it pops up in your browser and says allow Facebook to connect to camera and microphone, that you say yes, because if you say no, you're not going to have any of this pop up. It needs to be able to access that in order for you to go live. And also on mobile, it looks very similar to this. So from here, you just want to make sure that you're still on share on a page you manage, and then you want to click on the page that you're managing. So for my case, I have several people, again, as I said, that I manage pages for. So because I'm going live from Chris's page, not from my personal page, it's going to default to his. And this is where you just say something about your listing or whatever it is you'd like to say. Say it's amazing open house, 12 to 2, come check out some fantastic features in this home. You won't want to miss it. Obviously, just do, something fun. You can only have so many characters in there, so just be aware of your character limit as well. And all of these should default to exactly what you need it to be. I would just add a title to your video. So say, if you're at an open house, you just want to name the title of your video, the name of the open house. So say it's 100 Main Street. Just make sure that you put that in there for yourself, so at least you are aware of what video is which, and that people kind of have an idea of where you're going live from, what you're looking to do in your live video. So as long as everything is all set here, you can also, same kind of thing here, you can check in. So if you have a location that you want to say you're specifically in, say you have an open house in Westboro and you want to check in there to show people that you're in Westboro, and then you name the video the address of the home, then that's perfect. People know where you are, they know what you're doing. It's very self-explanatory, so they know when they're clicking on it kind of what they're getting, but they're also interested in what you're saying about this location. And so from there, you would click go live, which is down here in the corner. I'm not going to do that at the moment, but that is how you would make the video go live. So we're just going to exit out of there. So this just kind of shows you a couple of the steps in case you kind of forget what that looks like. It's kind of all in one place for you. But that is the end of the presentation. As I said in the beginning, it's good to be able to stop and go through if there's things you need to take a little bit more time on, or things that you've already done and you need to set up other aspects of the video. So feel free to go back and do whatever you need to do there, and happy Facebooking. Good luck.